That was close. Hope no one saw, or else that'd be a $700 fine. Oh my God, what's with this city?
Everything like that. My shoes. Come and live in my shoes. Try fit in my shoes. But don't trip in my.
You've probably heard by now that the provincial government is planning to hike up fines for pedestrian infractions to $697 through Bill 133. There's been a lot of outcry against these fines, with some saying that it targets the poor or that it's unfair to charge pedestrians the same amount as drivers. Then there are other people who think these fines are fair and think that everyone should be held accountable for their actions. People can argue all they want about the amount being fined or who's responsible for a collision. But that's not really getting us anywhere. People are doing one of two things. They're either comparing our fines to the rest of Canada, or they're blaming either the pedestrian or the driver. Clearly, there is an issue here, but there's a better conversation to be had. What if our streets are setting it up for people to use crosswalks improperly, or to not even use them at all? We need to talk about whether our cities are designed to easily obey these pedestrian laws. Let's look at some examples of where design has really let us down.
I'm on Quimple Road right now, which is pretty notorious for being difficult to cross as a pedestrian. And crosswalks like this here on Beach Street aren't much help either. You hit the signal right there and you gotta wait at least 2 or 3 minutes before it actually lets you cross the street. It doesn't take much for someone to just go, screw it, I'm gonna jaywalk over anyways. Let's see how long this takes. There we go. Now we're good to cross now. Continue along Quimple Road and you hit this. Oh. The intersection of Quimple and Roby is a valiant effort to, create an intersection for 5 roads coming together. But as a pedestrian, it's just really frustrating to navigate around. Okay, last example. So I'm in front of the School of Planning and Architecture building on Spring Garden Road, and to my left you can see not 1 but 2 curb cuts on this part of the sidewalk, and that would suggest that there's a crosswalk of sorts going across the street to Brunswick Street. And a lot of people do use it as such, but the thing is there's no markings or anything really that would suggest that it is a crosswalk. What a shame. She's been waiting there for about a minute and a half. Are you okay? Do you need a hand with anything at all? Or?
No, I mean, this seems to be broken.
If anything, yeah. And there it goes.
The discussion shouldn't be on who's to blame for a collision, or how much a fine should be. The discussion should be about why the government thinks we need these increased fines in the first place, and how we can better design our cities for both pedestrians and cars, so no one feels like they have to break the law to get around. Maybe cities are designed for pedestrian infractions to happen because our cities weren't designed with pedestrians in mind. We're PLANifax, and maybe that's the conversation we should be having.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Spend a while in my shoes. Run wild in my shoes. Walk through concert doors.